I think there are actually a number of things that people can do to make workplaces more diverse and inclusive. One really important one, I think, is to be open and mindful and really listen to colleagues who are in the minority in different ways, particularly when they talk about things that may present a non-inclusive and unwelcoming environment. I think it's very important for workplaces to foster an environment and a culture where those who are in the minority feel as though they can speak up about the issues that they face without retribution or sanction. That was a finding that I found in a study that I did on the ways that Black professional workers manage or share their emotions in these types of environments. And one of the things that many respondents told me was that in settings that are actually intended to alleviate and address racial issues, those settings actually can paradoxically have the effect of replicating and recreating the same types of issues that they're intended to offset. So many respondents talked about being in diversity trainings and feeling as though those environments were ones where their white colleagues simply got to share all the things that made them uncomfortable about working with people of color, but there were no real commensurate efforts to change the workplace in ways that made the workplaces more reflective and inclusive for the people of color who worked in those environments. I spoke with an engineering professor who talked about being aware of the ways that engineering can be hostile to women at large. And he said that one of the things that he does is when he has to give an example in class, he'll say, suppose a bike rider wants to stop her bike in the quickest amount of time, what should she do? Or if he's giving a test, he'll say, this exam will really separate the women from the girls instead of saying the men from the boys. And he pointed out that even though there may be 8 women and 40 men in his class, there's no reason not to frame a question like that, because from his own experience, he knows that part of the issue is to feel as though you're part of the equation and not to feel as though you're being sidelined and marginalized in spaces where you're in the numerical minority. So I think things like that are small-scale, everyday examples of ways that people can be more mindful about how people who are in the numerical minority may not experience the organization or the workplace in the same ways as those who are in the majority group.